Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing a series review of the McClain brothers by Alexandria House. This is a series of romance companion novels. We have 4 novels and 1 novella. There are 4 brothers and then their sister does get a novella. This review is spoiler free, similar to the one that I did for the Wright Brothers series, because I do want you to read it. So spoiler alert, I do recommend this series. Before I get into the individual books, I want to give content warnings sort of for the series as a whole, because there are some recurring themes. First being death of a parent. Both of the McClain parents have passed, so all of the siblings do talk about that at one point or another. Almost everybody's ex is straight up fucking trash, so there are some toxic exes that pop up and do some pretty wild shit in some of them. A lot of the female main characters deal with low self-esteem due to things that have happened to them or the way that they have been treated in past relationships. And overall, there are some heavy topics. If there are specific content warnings for specific books, I will talk about that when I get to that book, but those are some of the general ones. So first we have Let Me Love You. In this we are following the oldest McClain brother, Everett, aka Big South. He is a rapper. He meets Joe, who at the time is working for a jewelry designer. They kind of start off on the wrong foot, but they get back on the right track. Both of them are single parents and both of their exes are fucking trash. This one isn't the worst, but it's pretty damn bad. Content warnings in this one include a past abusive relationship and revenge porn, and I ended up rating this one 3 stars. I did really like it, however, there was like a particular scene, or the 2 particular scenes actually, where South did something that I didn't like and it just kind of threw me off, and then Joe also said some things that I didn't love. But I really love their family dynamic because both of them do have daughters from previous relationships, and so them trying to figure out how to date as single parents and also sort of create this blended family was really interesting, so I did enjoy it. Book 2 is Let Me Hold You. In this, we are following Leland McClain, who is an NBA star. He is working at a summer program with this community center, and he ends up falling in love with the director of that center. Her name is Kim. And so this one is older woman, younger man. Leland does have a thing for older women, which we know that from the first book. And unfortunately, I did DNF this one. I DNF'd it at 40%, and I do have a DNF review, so I will have that linked for you. I do have spoilers in that review though, so if you haven't read it yet, don't watch that video. But in this one, as far as content warnings, there is domestic violence or intimate partner violence and heavy victim blaming. So if that's not something that you want to read about, you might want to stay away from that particular book because it is very prevalent. I did like Kim. Leland was okay. Both of them kind of got on my nerves, although that's pretty standard for most romance main characters. One or both of them will probably get on my nerves almost at all times. But in this one, there were just certain things where I was just like, why are we having this conversation? Why are we doing this? Why is this happening? But if you want more thoughts on that one, check out the DNF review. Book 3 was Let Me Show You. This one was my favorite. I rated it 4.25 stars. I think it's my favorite because this couple is like pretty chill compared to everyone else. In this one, we're following Nolan, who is a producer. He and South are working on a film, and Bridget is an actress. Bridget is also Joe's best friend from book 1. Another thing that I liked about this couple is that they don't want kids, but there are quite a few content warnings in this one to be aware of, including abuse as a child. There was an attempted sexual assault and then mention of past assault. So again, be really careful, but I did enjoy this one. Like I said, they're very laid back, so it was right up my alley. Then the last full novel is Neil, who is Nolan's twin, and Sage, who is a friend of Bridget and Joe. This one is a marriage of convenience, which I knew it would be because I was able to predict it from reading the previous books. So Neil was recently released from rehab. He did have a gambling problem and also was drinking. And Sage, her family's from Liberia, and they are in danger of being deported. She has no other option. She's tried everything else, and so Joe and Bridget are like, you know what, maybe you can marry our brother-in-law. Sage is also a makeup artist, and Neil owns a bookstore, but he also works for his brothers. Neil is hella hotep. and so that is very prevalent. Not my favorite, but I did still like him as a character. And then as far as content warnings in this one, addiction, as I mentioned, talk of deportation, and also suicidal ideation. I rated that one 3.75 stars. And then the final novella is about their sister Catherine and Tomas, or Tommy, who is a bodyguard originally for South, and then he ends up working for Leland. I rated this one 4 stars, and I like this one. One thing that kind of bothered me is that it was like Tommy was always like, oh, I can't be with her because she's my boss's baby sister and blah blah blah. She's a grown-ass woman, point blank, period. It doesn't matter. She can make her own choices. There was also a very trash ex in this one. Kat's ex is terrible, so again, but not too many other content warnings for that one. Overall, I did enjoy the series with the exception of book 2, but I would recommend it. If you're interested in companion novels and feel about them the way that I do, then I would definitely recommend. It was a fun time. If you have recommendations though for other books by Alexandria House, because this is my first time reading anything by her, definitely let me know, because I am certainly interested in reading more. But that is my review for the McClain brothers. Let me know if you have read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.